So I'm doing things a little bit different today. We're going to talk about the different budgeting methods that are often used by multiple people. I'm going to be giving you the budgeting method that I think works best based on all of the budgeting methods that I have tried. And then I'm going to talk about the budgeting method that I think doesn't work at all. Stay tuned. If this is your first time here, my name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures. Here on my channel, I talk about all things finance with the emphasis on budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt. And we're doing things a little bit different. Usually, I'm sitting in my office in front of my camera and I'm recording. However, today we are doing our video on the go, okay? Because we got to get the content out there. And it's all about the content that is shared for the most part. So let's talk about the first budgeting method, or the budgeting method that I feel works best. Now, this is called the zero-based budgeting method. Now, a lot of you guys know, if you are not new here, that is the way that I budget. I think that this budgeting method is perfect for the person who is just starting to budget and you are really trying to understand where all of your money is going. And I believe that this budgeting method will help you to be able to pay your bills on time, help you to be able to save money and pay off debt, because you are giving every single dollar a job and you're giving that dollar something to do. So the zero-based budget, it doesn't matter if you are a paycheck to paycheck budget, if you are a monthly budget, whatever it is, however, whatever cadence it is that you budget, you are just making sure that you are budgeting every single dollar. If you are budgeting for $1,500, that means that you are finding a place for $1,500. And at the end of the budget, you should equal zero. Now, when I first learned about this budgeting method, I did not understand it. I thought it basically meant that at the end you will have no money, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. This way you're being more intentional, which means that you're giving yourself an entertainment budget, you're giving yourself a savings budget, you're giving yourself a budget for food, you're giving yourself a budget for shopping, you're giving yourself a budget for everything. And then that way it's a little bit more difficult for you to overspend in certain areas. So coming in at number one, I feel as though the zero-based budget is the best way to budget. Now, stick around because I'm going to be giving you the budget that I think works the least. So the next budgeting method that I want to talk about is the paycheck budgeting method. I also think that this budgeting method is also very effective because you are budgeting every single paycheck that comes in. If you are anything like me, then budgeting everything at the beginning of the month is just a little bit too overwhelming, especially if you are someone who isn't salaried and you are paid a different amount every time that you get your paycheck because you're hourly. So you might have some overtime on that paycheck. You might have some deductions on the paycheck. You never know. So you are budgeting every single paycheck that comes in. I think that is an awesome way to budget. And you can use this budgeting method in conjunction with the zero-based budget, or in conjunction with whatever budget it is that you want. However, the purpose of this budget is just to make sure that you are budgeting every single dollar that you have coming in. I'm sorry. The purpose of this budget is to make sure that you are budgeting every single paycheck that you have coming in. And then it's also more accurate when you're budgeting that way as well. So the next budgeting method that we're going to talk about is the cash budgeting method. I also feel as though this budgeting method works very, very well. And with the cash budgeting method, that means that you are spending money using cash to really make sure that you do not overspend in areas. A lot of times there are people who will not spend money because they have the physical money in their hand, and to them, they feel like they're spending a lot of their money. Whereas if you just have a card, it's actual money that you don't see, and it can seem invisible, and you're just swiping your card. If you are that person, then I would recommend you using the cash budget. Now, there are some bills that you are unable to pay with cash. Most people, like for example, you probably can't pay your rent in cash if your landlord doesn't live with you. Even then, you still want record of it, right? You probably can't pay your mortgage, your utility bills, unless you actually go down to the utility office, if you're even able to do that anymore, and pay the bill. So most bills you probably will not be able to pay in cash. However, you will be able to take care of some variable bills like your food, your gas, your entertainment, and different things like that. You'll be able to take care of using cash, and then that way you most likely will not dip into any bill money or anything like that when you are spending on those variable items where you very well could go over budget. So here's another budgeting method that I feel works well, and it is the conscious spending plan. Now, this budgeting method is actually, I believe, Remit is his name, and I believe he came up with this concept, and it allows you to live your rich life, right? So I'm going to have to read because I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys accurate information on what the conscious spending plan is. I've seen him do it. He actually has a channel, or not a channel. I think he does have a YouTube channel. He does, but he also has a show on Netflix. But the conscious spending plan, it says it focuses less on strict categories and more on spending intentionally based on your values. You fund priorities like bills, saving, and investing first, then spend freely but consciously on what matters to you. And this works best for those who have a stable income, you have no high interest debt, and you have strong spending disciplines. I don't know if this would work for someone who is just starting and you're learning on your own. Now it says the downside is it's too loose for people rebuilding finances, and it's easy to overspend without discipline or without structure, And I agree. I totally agree with that. To just have a flexible spending on things that, like the entertainment or you can spend on everything after you take care of all those things. Now, maybe it just might work for you, but that's the conscious spending plan. And I don't know, maybe one day I will try it. I don't know. But, yeah, so that's that. There's also another, it's called You Need a Budget. Hold on. It's called YNAB. You Need a Budget. Okay, so let's talk about the You Need a Budget. So what is the You Need a Budget YNAB method? It's a software that you use, but the budget itself is built around 4 core rules, and it's giving every dollar a job, which is a zero-based budget, embracing true expenses. It says this is where You Need a Budget gets powerful. Instead of treating irregular expenses like surprises, you break them into monthly amounts, which is basically sinking funds, and then roll with the punches. If you overspend in one category, you move money from another, okay? And then you age your money. This is the unique you need a budget concept. The goal is to spend money that is at least 30 days old, meaning you're not living paycheck to paycheck. You're spending last month's income this month. Okay, so basically you are 1 month ahead in your bills, basically. So I do know a lot of people who use the YNAB budgeting method. So if you think that would work for you, it's just a couple of different budgeting methods, and it's really a system. That's what I call it. I call it a system. It's not really a method, it's a system, but they say that it's a method. So that's that. But my belief is that it's a system. I have a system of using the zero-based budget, paycheck budgeting, cash budgeting, and then also within my system, I am saving money over time, which is my sinking funds, to make sure that I have money for emergencies, the small emergencies that will come up, for upcoming purchases and annual bills and things like that. So that is all within my system of budgeting, which is why I have been so successful. And then also within my system of budgeting is when I pay my bills on a certain day, which is when I get paid. I save money. I pay off debt on a certain day. I have all that on a routine. That's actually the routine. Excuse me. That's not the system. That's the routine that I have, that I'm working my system. Okay. So that has worked best for me. All of those budgeting methods have worked best. I don't just choose one and leave the other. You are welcome to include whatever budgeting methods you need. If you use 1, 2, 3, if you use all of them, it doesn't matter. But pick one or more budgeting methods that work best for you and your lifestyle and work that. I will tell you that your budgeting method may even also change. So if you try a budgeting method and you find that it's working for you, great. But if you try a budgeting method and you find out that it's not working for you, then switch to another one. Or, hey, make some adjustments to it. You can do whatever you want to do. Make adjustments and make it work for you. You are free to do that, because personal finances is just that, personal finances, and you have to do what works for you. There is not one way to skin a cat. You can skin a cat multiple different ways. I don't even know how to skin a cat or anything, but that's that saying. Okay, so now let's talk about the budgeting method that I feel like does not work. Okay, and I'm gonna see if you can guess what budgeting method I'm talking about. I'm going to give you 3 minutes while I try to mosey around this car, which I don't think I can because traffic is bad out here today. But anyway, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to put in the comments, what budgeting method do you think I think is the worst of them all? And I'll give you a hint, a clue. It probably used to work at one point of time, but it just don't work now. Okay, that budgeting method is the 50-30-20 rule. I do not think that budgeting method works in today's world. First, let's talk about what it is. So this popular budgeting method is where 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% goes to wants, and 20% goes to savings. Now, at one point in time, I believe that this probably did work. It probably worked well for many Americans, many people living here in the United States of America. I believe it. But I will tell you, in today's world, for the majority of us, 100% of our finances are going to our needs. for the most part. That's why we all got to go try to make some more money. But we know that things are not the way that they used to be. People are being paid less, and we have to take more money, the majority of our money, just to pay rent, mortgage, eat, food. All of these things are being taken away. So we know that in today's world, it's very hard to live by this concept unless you are in a position where you make a lot of money and your living expenses are very, very low. If they can be at 50%, or you live with family or something like that. But otherwise, you have to have like no debt and but I'm just telling you, it's very difficult. Many people, it's hard for them for their living expenses to only be at 50%. But let me know in the comments, are you someone whose living expenses is 50% or less? I want to know. I want to know who's out there whose living expenses is 50% or less. Now, it is ideal, of course, but I don't know where that is, in today's world, unless you are married or, you have a roommate. Like I said, you live with parents or you live with someone. Other than that, listen, it's hard out here. People don't have rent control. Like, it's very difficult. Sir, what are you doing? So, here are the downsides. Percentages don't work well for tight budgets, which most people are on tight budgets. And it doesn't prioritize debt payoff. So, those are the downsides of the 50-30-20 rule. And yeah, so those are all of the budgeting methods, the most popular budgeting methods. There are other budgeting methods out there. If you know of any that I did not talk about, please leave them down in the comments, because I really want people to find the best budgeting method that works for them, so that you can be successful in 2026. I hope that you guys have stayed on for this video. I know it's a little bit different for this type of video for me to be doing it on the go, but it's all about the content that I was sharing. So I hope that that was good enough for you guys to stay on it. If you did stay on because it is Valentine's Day, please leave me a heart down in the comments. But I just want to thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Go be great, besties. Peace out.
You special and she reckless. Remember, you're my bestest friend. Yeah, she my bestie. My love for you is endless. Nobody else can end it. And when I get the money back, then baby girl, you can spend it. And everything is alright. I like how you do it.